The 2024 summer transfer window has officially been flung open, and guys, it's about to be a very interesting summer. While we've already had some transfers finalized, like Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid, Alex Garcia to Bayer Leverkusen, Hiroki Ito to Bayern Munich, Tosin Adarabioyo to Chelsea, and Savio to Man City. But a lot more transfers will be happening this summer, and there are some names we expect to be involved. These are 21 players who could make big moves this summer. We'll start with Nico Williams. The Athletic club winger is one of the most sought-after attackers in Europe, and it's highly likely that he'll be making a big move this summer. He's wanted by the likes of Barcelona, Arsenal, Spurs, and Liverpool. And with a €50 million release clause in his contract, it's very likely that one of these big clubs will trigger that clause and make him theirs. The Spaniard has said that he'll think about his future after the Euros, but it's looking like that future is going to be outside Athletic Club. But another young player who's expected to make a big move this summer is Jarrad Branthwaite. The Everton centre-back is heavily being monitored by Manchester United, and it's looking likely that he'll make the move, especially with Varane having left the club. Another Everton man who could be making a big move in this transfer window is Amadou Onana. He's currently regarded as one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, and he's currently linked with Barcelona, Man United, Spurs, Arsenal, Bayern, and a host of other clubs. With all these clubs after him, it's very unlikely that Onana will still be at Everton beyond this summer. You know who else is almost certain to be moving? Serhou Guirassy. The France-born Guinean striker had one hell of a season with Stuttgart, leading them to a second-place finish in the Bundesliga and himself finishing as second to Harry Kane in the German Golden Boot race. But you know what's more interesting? Reports say that his release clause is just €17.5 million, which will be an absolute steal for a striker who has just had the season he had. It appears that it's Dortmund who currently lead the race for the centre-forward, and Guirassy has hinted at the possibility of leaving Stuttgart, saying, "We'll know what will happen in a few weeks." We also know what will happen with Conor Gallagher. Chelsea seem very keen on selling the midfielder to generate pure profit and try and balance out the books. Also, Gallagher doesn't seem to exactly fit the style of the new boss, Enzo Maresca, so it's looking more likely that he'll be leaving. Gallagher has been linked with Atletico Madrid, but the 24-year-old has said that he's focused on the Euros right now. So maybe we'll have to wait until after the Euros to see what happens with this one. Another member of the England Euro squad who could be making a big move this summer is Ivan Toney. The lad seems to have mentally checked out of Brentford months ago. He said in interviews that he wants to move to a big club, and he will likely get his wish this summer with a number of top clubs looking for a centre-forward. Speaking of centre-forwards, Victor Osimhen and Victor Gyökeres are two guys who could realistically make big moves in this transfer window. They are two of the most highly rated strikers on the continent, and they've been linked with a number of top clubs, including Chelsea, Arsenal, PSG, and Milan. It's still uncertain where they'll end up, but it's very likely that they'll be moving this summer. It's also very likely that Lenny Yoro and Alphonse Davies will be moving. Real Madrid want the pair of defenders, and having completed the signing of Kylian Mbappe, they seem to have moved their focus to the Canadian and the Frenchman. Davies' current contract runs out next summer, and he's reportedly rejected a new contract offer from Bayern Munich. So that could be him sending a clear message to the German giants: sell me now or lose me for free next season. And well, if that really is the message, we'll be betting on Bayern Munich to sell. Yoro, on the other hand, is also being chased by Man United and Liverpool, so you could say he's spoiled for choice. A big move could definitely happen for the Frenchman this summer, and from one Frenchman to another. Michael Olise is another guy who's closely monitored by top clubs, and so we don't expect that he'll be at Crystal Palace for much longer. According to reports, Chelsea are currently leading the race to sign him, but Newcastle and Man United are also still very interested, and Man United are also apparently interested in Matty de Ligt. It's expected that the Dutchman will be one of the players Bayern will sell this summer, and United are reportedly monitoring that one closely. And the recent announcement that Ten Hag will be continuing as coach of Man United further strengthens the likelihood of this deal happening, as the pair of Dutchmen once worked together at Ajax, so watch out for this one. Also watch out for Tammy Abraham. The former Chelsea man is currently being eyed up by Newcastle and Spurs, and considering he's expected to cost less than £30 million, it's a transfer you could definitely see happening. And speaking of Newcastle, we expect them to earn a truckload of money from the sale of of Bruno Guimaraes this summer. The Brazilian midfielder is currently valued at about £100 million, and the likes of PSG, Liverpool and Man City seem to be interested. And here's an interesting fact about Bruno's contract. He has a £100 million release clause, but it's only valid until the 24th of June. After that date, Newcastle will be in control of the price negotiations. So any club who wants to snatch him without any hassle needs to be really quick about it. Another Premier League midfielder who is a hot commodity right now is Eberiki Eze. After a really brilliant season with Crystal Palace, the British-Nigerian attacking midfielder is reportedly being monitored by Spurs, United and City, and rumours say that Palace will be asking for upwards of £60 million for him. So watch out for that one. You should also watch out for Julian Alvarez. Despite moving to the Premier League just 2 years ago, Alvarez looks like he might be on his way out of City this summer. He's currently being linked with Chelsea and PSG, but reports say the man himself is eyeing a move to Real Madrid. Of course, the first thing on his mind this summer is the Copa America with Argentina, but his case is one to really keep an eye on. We should also all keep our eyes on Joshua Zirkzee. The Dutch Nigerian who earned a late call-up to the Netherlands Euro squad is another player who's currently being monitored by a number of top clubs around Europe. AC Milan reportedly lead the race to sign the attacker from Bologna, but we hear that Arsenal and Man United are also still interested. Meanwhile, reports say that Juventus are close to completing the signing of Douglas Luiz in a deal which will see Aston Villa earn €20 million, along with the services of Weston McKennie and Samuel Illing Jr. in some sort of swap deal. Apparently, Aston Villa have to sell some players in order to be in compliance with FFP rules, which is why this deal looks even more likely to happen really soon. In fact, reports say that Luiz has already agreed personal terms with the Italian giants. Another player Villa could be selling this summer is Jean Duran. The 20-year-old Colombian appears to be fancied by Chelsea's coach Enzo Maresca, and the London club is reportedly close to completing that deal. Speaking of London clubs, Arsenal are reportedly interested in buying Andriy Lunin. The Ukrainian goalie just had a breakout season, going from being third choice to leading Real Madrid to the league title and the Champions League final. But now that Courtois is back, he'll surely be back to the bench if he remains at Madrid. With how good he's proven to be, Lunin might be looking to spread his wings and fly. So a big move could surely happen for him. Let's now wrap up with Mats Hummels. The German defender will almost certainly be leaving Dortmund this summer, but he said he doesn't want to leave Europe yet. Having shown some real levels in the Champions League in the just concluded season, we're anticipating a really big move for him this summer. Those are 21 players who could make big moves this summer, but here's a quick bonus. Ederson, Kevin De Bruyne and Rodrigo. These superstar Champions League winners have hinted at possible moves away from their clubs, but it doesn't look very likely that they'll materialise this summer, do they? What do you think? Which of these players will move? Also, what players would you like your favourite club to sign in this transfer window? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on any new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.